So poll watching is a legal practice. Voter intimidation at the polls is not legal. Let's take a look at what we're seeing in Arizona. Law enforcement investigated reports of masked men with tactical gear and guns standing watch over ballot drop boxes. They determined that under Arizona law that those men were doing nothing illegal. In Arizona, there have also been complaints that voters have been confronted at ballot boxes, videotaped by observers. They've been followed to their cars. Their license plates have been videotaped. Here in Colorado, FEC United, a group that has pushed election rigging conspiracy theories and which has an affiliated militia, is currently urging its supporters to go out to ballot boxes. The founder of the group told us today that they are watching every ballot box in Colorado. Again, there's no suggestion that they have done anything illegal. They're simply telling people that they're watching. Whether you believe this claim or not, that they're watching every ballot box in the state, what should be done about voter intimidation at polling places? And is Colorado law sufficient here, or do we need strengthened laws? Ms. Griswold.
Oh, well, I think it's very concerning to see groups with a tied militia say they're going to monitor. To be very clear, voter intimidation is illegal under state and federal law. And on top of that, I worked with the County Clerks Association to pass a new law this year. It includes banning open carry within 100 feet of a drop box, a voting center, or where you process ballots. I also led another law with our legislature. It is now illegal. Excuse me, the open carry law was not with the Clerks Association. It's illegal to dox or intimidate election workers. That was in conjunction with the Clerks Association, and it's illegal to open carry. That's what we passed with the state legislature.
Thank you. Ms. Anderson, are our voter intimidation laws currently sufficient? Would you seek to do more?
We do have good voter intimidation laws, but I think I will continue to lead and stand up and push back against violence and rhetoric around our elections, and making sure that we are continually pushing back, not only as a local election official, which I did in Jefferson County, having transparency with parties there, but also I recently pushed back against Joe Oltman and that type of reprehensible rhetoric that is not right for our democracy, and I will continue to do that as Secretary of State. I also stood shoulder to shoulder in Chaffee County in 2021 after my colleague, Lori Mitchell, was threatened. That's where I announced my campaign. Physical threats on the ground. My opponent closed her office for 2 years and kept professional election officials, even if they wanted to go in the field like we did.
So she closed the office because of COVID. I mean, our newsroom staff mostly work from home at the same time. What's wrong with closing the office when there's a pandemic going on?
Well, as critical infrastructure for democracy, the county clerks couldn't close their offices to serve voters. And as secretary, I will make sure that my critical infrastructure and the people that serve Coloradans at the state level will also be going to the front lines as they do for every election except for those two when they were needed most, in a safe and secure way like our county clerks did.
Ms. Griswold, do you want to be heard on this?
Sure, I'm very proud of our work during the pandemic. We increased drop boxes even further, had backup voting centers. We set up statewide ballot tracking so every voter could track their ballot from when it was sent to when it was cast. We ensured there was PPE and actually offered sick pay for election workers and volunteer judges. And through those reforms, in addition to other things we've done to make sure elections are accessible in Colorado, Colorado had the second highest turnout in the nation. That's something we should be proud of.